Hello, this is Beanie here. Today, let's talk about gold. We know that gold went to 4,004 and tested 4,000. The question is $4,000 a very strong support? So this is what we are going to analyze today. Now let's take a look at the previous price movement this year from April to September, where gold was basing. Now basing means that gold went through a period of consolidation with flat movement. That means it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, but it doesn't break out of this range that it created. So this base was about 96 bars, so that's about 4 months. And finally gold broke out somewhere around here, that's around September period, and has been traveling one way up until about high of 4,400, and subsequently it corrected. Now the question would be, right now it's the low level here, which is about $4,000 here. So that was the low of gold, $4,000. Is it a very strong support? Now, apart from that, this $4,000 is a round number. That means 4,000 round number, 5,000 round number, 3,000 is a round number. This $4,000 has a special meaning. Okay, let me just explain why gold stopped at 4,000 and why 4,000 is very important for the trend to maintain. Now the clue lies in this base here. Now we are able to see that the base happened for about 96 days, 96 bars, 96 trading days. That's about 4 months. But have you asked how much is this base? That means that how much does gold corrected? Now the height of this base, that means from the high to the low of this base, is approximately about a drop of 10%, about $377. This is what I measured here. This means that during this period of time, gold corrected about 10% from the high, corrected about $377, and buyers were willing at that point of time to pick it up. That means that to come in to buy into gold. And that's why we saw that during this period of time, that spacing period, the range, the high to low, was about a drop of 10%. And subsequently, investors or traders think that it's a good opportunity to come in to buy gold. Now this means that 10% or $377 was their tolerance at that point of time. Now if we continue to work on this example here and take a look at the previous drop. Now previously it dropped about 9%. So that's also, if you look at it, right, the range seems to be every time gold drops about 9-10%, there was buyers coming in. Now let's ask ourselves, this time round when gold dropped, how many percent was that drop? And we measure from the high to the low point here. Now this was about 8.6%. So it's not the 10% that we've seen or not the 9% that we've seen. But surprisingly, remember, I not only talk about the 10%, also talk about that extent of the drop. Now previously it was about $377, and this time around from the high to the low that we've seen so far, it's about $377. This means that approximately when gold drops about $377, same as previously, there were buyers interested to come in to buy gold, and this happens to be near to round number $4,000. All right, in other words, based on historical performance, there might be a support coming in gold right now at $377, or right, if we work on what happened in the past to go in the range of 9 to 10% or even 10.7%, let me just work out the maximum 10.7% from the highest point around here, so that's about 10.79%, right, plus minus around here, right, then it means that gold might need to drop $472 from the high, or in other words, there might be a support based on this 10.7% drop, right, at about $3,900. So in other words, for the trend to maintain, that means for this uptrend to maintain, then the support level for gold, based on what happened in the past, seems to be in the range of 4,000 to 3,900, depending on which marker that we use. Either we use the percentage or we use the range. So this provides a little bit of a clue to potentially where the support might be. So assuming that you still think that gold is a possible investment for you, again, this video or whatever I'm going to say, it's not an inducement for you to buy into gold or get into any gold related instrument. Please do your own homework and evaluate whether investing in gold or any form of gold related product, whether it's suitable to you. Assuming, let's say for example, if you still think that the trend of gold is valid, the support is valid at 4,000 or 3,009, then there are two listed ETFs, as well as there are also other instruments that you might want to consider, but there are two listed ETFs in the Singapore Exchange. The first would be O87. This is an exchange traded funds that's listed in SGX, denominated in USD. That would be the price movement here. Now, another one which is also under SPDR, which is also under ETF, is GSD, and this is denominated in SGD. So these would be the two ETFs should you want to consider investing in gold. But again, please do your own homework, and there are also other form of instruments that you might want to consider if gold might be included in your investment portfolio. All right, I come to the end of this video here. Hope that you like whatever that I'm presenting, and also a very systematic way that I presented a possible support level for gold. If there's any feedback or any things that you would like me to include, remember to leave a comment,